Hi everyone, Simon Kenny here, Monday the 5th of November. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. As always, the site to get free of charge by the adverts that you see around the screen here. So it's by you coming back, using the adverts, using the site and telling your friends about us. It keeps it all free of charge, so thank you for doing that. Bonfire night tonight, of course. Looks like it's going to be a dry one and a clear one for many parts of the country. Might be wet underfoot, particularly across southern and southeastern parts of England, where we had the rain and snow over the weekend. But generally for most of us, it looks like being a cold one. You'll need to wrap up warm, but I'm sure the baked potatoes and soup will be warming you up fine while you watch the bonfires and fireworks. Now, again, quite interesting to note how little rainfall there's going to be during the next 7 days. This is the 7-day prediction from the GFS of total rainfall ending at 6 a.m. on the morning of the 13th of November. And you can see here, so that's next Tuesday morning, see here how little rain there is, sort of 10 to 14 millimetres at the most across the Midlands here. But for much of eastern Scotland, southern parts of England, look, we've got low rainfall totals. Yes, more affecting western coast of Scotland, western coast of Ireland here. But generally the story is of how remarkably dry it is across many central areas. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to be getting fine weather. Oh no, by any means that doesn't mean that we'll be getting fine weather. It looks as if we are going to be seeing some outbreaks of rain at times. This is the chart from 1 o'clock this afternoon. If I just move it on, you see this ridge of high pressure here that's building in during this afternoon, bringing largely dry conditions, just a few showers affecting western coasts. There's this evening, dry, some clear skies around, but you notice this cloud and rain and stronger winds moving into northern and western parts of Scotland. They'll be bringing outbreaks of rain there. And then during the course of tomorrow, after a fine start to the day across England and Wales, we'll find cloud increasing from the north, rain spreading down from Scotland, some pretty windy conditions across northern parts of the country too. And then in the afternoon, well, much of the northern Midlands, North Wales, northwards, we've got cloud, we've got outbreaks of rain, although most of it is only light. Could be some heavier bursts just clipping parts of Lincolnshire and Norfolk as well as northern Scotland. But I do think eastern parts of Scotland may get a few bright spells. Staying dry in the far south as well, and through most of Ireland through the day with some brighter spells here. Then overnight into Wednesday we stay dry, some bits and pieces of rain affecting northern and western Scotland. They'll be tracking their way southeastwards during the course of Wednesday itself, but tending only to affect Scotland, Ireland, perhaps the northern parts of Wales too. Many eastern parts of the UK as well as much of England and much of Wales should be staying dry. I think there'll be broken cloud around during the day on Wednesday, but for many of us dry. Breezy across the north, you see how close together the isobars are. And then into Thursday, well, a weak front just tracks its way southeastwards during Thursday morning, taking some clouds and some showery bits and pieces of rain with it. But following behind, we've got sunshine, we've got showers affecting the west, broken cloud and mainly dry again elsewhere. And then as we head in towards Friday, the flow turning more into the south. Now, the effect of this will be to bring some mild air northwards. Much of the day looks to be dry, although we'll find cloud and rain increasing in the southwest, running up through the Irish Sea into northwestern parts of England during the day, with some bits and pieces of rain breaking out. More persistent rain coming into western Scotland and western parts of Ireland. And then into Saturday, well, we've been predicting it all week, haven't we? This area of low pressure that was dominating things looks as if it's going to be in there. This trough through Saturday. Rain across the country, not sure exactly where it's going to be and how much rain there'll be at the moment, but I do think there'll be outbreaks of rain during the course of Saturday. Milder conditions to the east, but much colder conditions coming into the west as the northwesterly sets in. And then through Sunday, it's a cold blast. Remember us saying about Remembrance Sunday looking like it will be quite chilly. I think we need to watch for this low that tracks east off eastern coast. If that does bring in a northeasterly flow down these eastern parts of England, it could be that there's some snow over the North York Moors and the Pennines, perhaps even some wet flakes coming down to low levels across northeast England too. But generally, I think once that's cleared away, most areas should be dry and cool with some sunny spells, just a few showers for northern and western areas. Then overnight into next Monday, I think we've got a frosty night ahead with clear skies around. It sets us up nicely for a fine but frosty start to Monday morning, before we find cloud and rain increasing out towards the west, with rain coming in on this brisk south to southwesterly wind. Some heavy bursts of rain for western Scotland and western parts of Ireland on Monday, but for most of it it's a dry day, although some cloud and some outbreaks of rain just affecting more southern and western areas. And then you can see how that rain tracks eastwards through into next Tuesday morning. Most most of it affecting Ireland and western parts of Scotland, but still remaining dry look across much of England and Wales, although I think quite a frosty one down here. And with this wind coming in from the east, it could be that actually it's quite a cool day at 5 or at 6 degrees, but much milder out towards the west. So what about looking a little bit further ahead? Well, this is how the ensemble, the GFS ensemble, sees things through to the 21st. Notice that we've got this dip in temperature, look, this weekend, but generally temperatures hovering steadily around 10 degrees. But then, look, we've got this fall off towards the second half of the month, and it's this that I've been hinting at, of course, as well. The NAO prediction for the next 2 weeks from the GFS ensemble looks like this. Look, it's in a weekly negative phase, so this indicates that the westerly winds across the Atlantic aren't quite as strong as they normally would be. And if you look at the Arctic Oscillation, that's bouncing around normal. So although we've got these weaker than normal westerly winds, with a normal Arctic Oscillation, the cold air can't really get off the pole, but those westerly winds aren't quite as strong coming across the Atlantic. So cool conditions are the order of the day based on that. And if we look at the 7 to 10 day means of the 500 millibar heights, so this runs from next Monday through to Thursday the 15th, and ECMWF is on the left, we've got GFS on the right, and notice they've both got this trough out toward the west of the UK with a ridge towards the east and also a ridge over the eastern states. Now, I'm not sure this has quite got this, because I think what could happen here and what we need to watch for is for this trough here to undercut the ridge. So it would come down through here, through the Med. What that would then do is force the ridge back westwards to link in with the ridge here across northwestern parts of Russia. That ridge link in through here, and then the result is we get high pressure building to the north of the UK, lower pressure being forced into the south, and then cold easterly flow coming across the southern half of the country. So that's just a little bit of a theory, but it is backed up, look, by this. This is the CFS from today. It's the temperature trace from today for Birmingham. Notice the dates along the bottom here taking us through to the middle of December. And just look, the red colours are here, hovering around about the sort of 9-10 degree mark, which is pretty much the way that the ensemble was seeing things. Remember the ensemble temperatures which were there, look, so that was pretty much how the ensemble was seeing it. But then look what happens around about the 18th, 19th, it takes a dip down, takes us into cooler conditions, not cold, 5s and 6s as temperatures, as maximum temperatures during the day, but takes this dip down. And I think that that's what the CFS is trying to see, bringing in those more easterly winds during this second half of November. And if you look at the November forecast that I recorded on Saturday, you'll see that's the sort of thing that we were talking about. So I do think we need to watch for this cooler stroke colder second half of the month. This is not a real sharp winter spell by the looks of it, but it's just a cooler period. Okay, so once again, thanks for watching. Remember, we're all kept free of charge with the adverts you see around the screen, so please use the adverts. Come back, visit us regularly, tell your friends about it, come back and use the charts and all the forecasts that are on here. They're building all the time. And of course, you've got current weather reports on here now, and to get those, all you do is go to the top of the page here, you click on current stroke recent weather, and that brings you up all the options for the current weather chart. So for example, there is the temperature chart for midday today, which updates every hour. So once again, thanks for watching weatherweb.net, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.